Welcome to this edition of Project 200. Now, as you know, Jet 200 already has quite a lot of suspension gear underneath. But what we need to do now is fine-tune the setup to achieve the desired results that we're after. So what we've done is we've teamed up with suspension part and alignment specialist Whiteline to further enhance and develop the suspension setup in Jet 200. Whiteline offer a large range of aftermarket suspension products for the Sylvia series, including adjustable camber bolts and caster bushes for the front. Now, we won't be using those, we've already got rose jointed adjustable items in there. Now, what we will be installing into the car is 27 and 20mm solid blade adjustable sway bars, a new front strut brace, and a set of polyurethane pineapples. Now, with the sway bars, you can either get nolethane or rose jointed links. We decided to go for the rose jointed items due to the hardcore nature of the car. Now, these rose jointed items get rid of any compliance and flex whatsoever in the links. This means you can have more precise control with the sway bar. Now, we're going to put a new front strut brace on to increase chassis rigidity, and the old pineapples in the car were made of rubber and were starting to be a bit worse for wear, so these new polyurethane items should tighten up the rear end a little bit further again. Let's get them in the car and see what sort of results we can get. Sway bars are responsible for reducing body roll during cornering. The flatter a car sits through a corner, the more lateral grip it has, and the faster it can corner. The Whiteline sway bars are much thicker and stiffer than factory. The rose jointed links eliminate flex and give even more precise control. The sway bars also come with new polyurethane mounting bushes. Up on a hoist, the sway bars take a little over an hour to install. A strut brace is designed to help rigidity within the car's chassis and reduce movement between the strut towers. They are a cheap, simple and effective upgrade that also adds some bling to the engine bay. They're also a cinch to install. Pineapples are one of the most underrated performance parts available. The difference they make are astonishing. Pineapples can be used to change the angle of the diff cradle to either increase or decrease squat. Project 200 is set up to squat, which aids traction. If you don't have pineapples in your Nissan, we can't recommend them enough. All of the new gear's been installed in the car. You can see the new pineapples that have been installed into the diff cradle, and the new 20mm rear sway bar has been installed. You can see the pillow ball mounts attached straight to the lower control arm, so there's no bushes whatsoever in the way, so absolutely no flex at all in the system now. Now, we've set the rear sway bar on full hard, as I prefer the car to have a bit more of an oversteer feel to it. Now, the big 27mm front sway bar, as you can see, clears the sump. It's got the pillow ball links as well. Now, you can set it up on either soft, medium or hard on the front sway bar. We've gone for the medium setting to begin with as our starting point, so as we develop the car, we can change the characteristics in the front sway bar. Now, one of the most important parts of modifying your car's suspension is doing the correct wheel alignment. Now, wheel alignment has a lot to do with the characteristics of the way that your car drives. Now, the way the car's set up at the moment is for the street and for the drag strip. So what we've done at the rear of the car is try to maximise traction. So what we've done is we've set the pineapples up in a way that promotes squat in the rear end. We've also given the car a -0.5 degree of camber on the rear, so we can try and get as much contact patch as possible with the tyre, and we've got about 2mm of toe in on each side. And what we've done up the front is we've gone for 3.5 degrees of negative camber. Because the car still has a bit of body roll from the soft springs, we want it to roll on that negative camber so the car actually gets better contact patch on the inside wheel as it starts to roll. And because we want to drag race the car for a while, we want to keep it nice and stable at high speed. But we didn't go for too much toe in, as we don't want to ruin turning at all. Now, with the wheels and the body kit on this car, 7 degrees of caster is about the most we can get. Now, once I've achieved what I want to achieve on the drag strip with Jet 200, we're going to bring it back here to Whiteline to change the suspension settings around to suit street circuits like we find at Dutton Rally, and also to suit some circuit racing.